Hey y'all, it's Day. So I'm going to be doing a reading for us today. Very much looking forward to this reading. I'm going to be doing another hot take, which is a service that I provide to my clients. It is 10 minutes long. If you're interested, I'll leave the link to my website below. This hot take service is available to my clients that are looking for straight and to the point messages. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer for 10 minutes and we'll go ahead and get started. So angels, guides, ancestors, God, God's source, and benevolent energies that stand in truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the first card that we have here on the left of the spread is the Ace of Swords. Love this for us. So the first thing that's coming through is there is some truth that will be revealed. There is something about your being, about the way that you are deciding to move, about your personal ideology, your philosophy regarding life, your perspective that is true to you. For whoever this reading is for, someone has come to some determination. They have come to some form of conclusion that this is the way that I'm going to walk. This is the way that I'm going to go about life. This is what is true for me. And they have embodied it, but now they're also moving forward with it. So it's one thing to have an ideology, and then there's another thing to exercise that knowing, to actually apply it. And for whoever this reading is for, they are moving forward with their truth. Love that. On the right of the spread, we have the Page of Cups, and it's coming out in reverse. And I'm hearing the word context. So let's take a look here. There is this feeling, I'm hearing the word fragile, and there is this feeling of like having an inner child, having some level of sensitivity, something that feels very childlike. It feels very vulnerable for this person to do this. It does feel like they're choosing to nurture this aspect of themselves that is or may be perceived by others as naive or childlike, or it feels like it's very vulnerable, or they're taking a risk by continuing to pour into themselves, by continuing to feed this new ideology, this new truth that they're ready to actively move forward with. It does feel very vulnerable with this Page of Cups, and it does feel like whoever this reading is for, either they're still working out how they're going to navigate being projected on, as well as navigating their own insecurities and fears and doubts regarding whatever this truth is that feels vulnerable, that also requires this inner child, this or addressing this inner wound that they have. So this person, whoever this reading is for, is feeling spiritual team is viewing them as very brave. It's very brave what they're doing here. So on the left of the spread, directly underneath the Ace of Swords, where spiritual team is saying or acknowledging this truth that someone is moving forward with, we have the Hermit coming out upright. So, and I'm hearing the word walk. So there's definitely this energy of moving forward, embarking a new journey. And it feels like it's not limited to them just walking alone. I feel like they're not going to be walking alone for long if they were to walk alone, but it is also giving this kind of like the Fool card type of energy as well. So it feels like they're stepping out, they're crossing a border or a boundary or a ceiling, or stepping outside of the box. But the message that is also coming through is like, you won't be too far gone, or you won't have to walk too far before you find your tribe, or you find someone. Okay, What else do we need to know regarding this message? On the right of the Hermit, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And I'm hearing the word intellect very clearly here. So for whoever this is, I do see that their spiritual team views them as a Queen of Swords. So you are elevating. You have graduated from the Knight of Swords. So this means, I'm hearing calibrating. This means that this person is continuously working and being conscious of how they communicate to themselves, about their circumstances, to others. They're self-advocating. They are moving forward. They're trying to develop their communication skills, and they've graduated from the Knight of Swords to the Queen of Swords in reverse. So there's definitely still some heavy energies surrounding them, or some things, some aspects that need to be slayed regarding their communication style. However, they have a lot of potential, and spiritual team is coming through to acknowledge that. So you've graduated, congratulations. And there are still some, some cobwebs that need to be worked out. So keep that in mind. But the Queen of Swords did come out. So congratulations. I love that for you. Directly underneath the Queen of Swords, we have the Three of Wands, and it's coming out in the resistance position. So as we're talking about this person, whoever this reading is for, continuing to develop, kind of like narrow down and tweak their communication style and how they are choosing to show up in life. Something about taking on those practices and continuing to work on that is tied to your ability to imagine, to see more for yourself, to see greater for yourself. So earlier in the message, we were talking about this ceiling or this box, and how, or this boundary, this threshold where we're stepping out confidently, and we're feeding our inner child that deserves to know, to carry this knowing that we're worthy of our truth. We're worthy of expressing ourselves. We're worthy of standing tall and firm in our opinions, our philosophies, our ideologies, as it relates to what is true for you. So definitely spiritual team is coming through to say, yes, continue to work on developing your communication style, because it's directly related to your ability to see how far you can really go. We can have aspirations to go really far and to do things, but we do also have to see it. So this person also has the ability to see and have foresight, but they may have some conditioning regarding what all that can look like, what that all can include. So I would definitely recommend, for whoever this reading is for, to dust off your third eye a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Do some sweeping with your hands. Remove any negative energy that's no longer serving your highest and greatest good. Definitely make sure you're keeping up with your spiritual hygiene, all that good stuff. Is there anything else that we need to know regarding this message? Ooh. Okay, so then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse as well. So speaking of vulnerability, there is this level of maturity that this person, whoever this reading is for, has graduated to as well. So the Queen of Cups did come out, but it is coming out in reverse. So again, there's still some cleaning to do, some narrowing down, some removing of energy, something that needs to be worked through. For whoever this message is for, they may feel triggered still regarding certain matters and how to handle them. They may be a little more on the reactive side. So finding ways to regulate your nervous system will serve you well. So stretching, trying to incorporate slower moments in your life, slower mornings in your life, wherever you know, some of us are not able to have slow mornings, but there is some part of the day that you can maybe take a walk just to kind of slow time down. Slow time down, even if it's only 5 minutes. Practicing that is going to really change your life if you allow it. Just going outside and finding a bug to take a picture of, or a flower, or the sky, doing those practices will be really beneficial. And then you will also find that there will be more and more times of the day that will present itself to you, that will allow you to incorporate slowing time down. So on top of the Page of Cups, where spiritual team is saying this inner child needs to be continued to be watered and nurtured, we have the Two of Wands, something about nurturing the vulnerable aspects of yourself that is scared to believe, is scared to think, oh, you know, like maybe that's just wishful thinking. You continuing to feed that serves you well, and it directly affects your ability to plan. So being able to plan is very important. Having a level of optimism or perspective is going to be very beneficial. So that's the hot take, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this service, definitely check out the link in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to assist. That's pretty much it, you guys. Bye.